um, online as well. Ms. Sifue Baleka from Balanta Society.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Economic empowerment and Afro-descendant human rights requires reconnection and reconfiguration of African people to the land in Africa and its natural wealth. The systemic racism and global economic structures and financial mechanisms affecting people of African descent, both at home on the continent and abroad in the African diaspora, have their origin in a declaration of war made by Pope Nicholas V on June 18th, 1452, in the Apostolic Edict or Papal Bull known as the Dum Diversas. The result was that more than 12 million prisoners of war were trafficked across the Atlantic and enslaved, while those that remained at home were colonized under a formalized system established at the Berlin Conference. This 571-year war has been declared a crime against humanity and should have always been so. Unfortunately, the Afro-descendant people that have never been repatriated to their ancestral homeland have never had their status as prisoners of war under the Geneva Convention determined by the International Court of Justice. As a result, their ability to seek reparations has been blocked, a further violation of their and their ancestors' human rights. Finally, economic empowerment in Afro-descendants' human rights requires that the Permanent Forum on People of African Descent request an advisory opinion from the International Court of Justice with the African Union as a participant in the proceedings on the question of our status as prisoners of war under the Geneva Convention. Nations that held monopoly Occidental war contracts with the Holy See would then be required to provide the resources for both voluntary repatriation to their ancestral homelands, as well as the resources for those who remain in their host countries to exercise the full breadth of self-determination. This is the agenda of the upcoming 8th Pan-African Congress Part 1 to be held in Zimbabwe later this year. We implore this working group of experts on people of African descent to vigorously encourage the Permanent Forum on People of African Descent to take action on the mandate that it received on April 5th from 248 people requesting an advisory opinion from the International Court of Justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baleka. I now also have on